No team has thrown away 3 separate leads in a game since 2023. Welcome back to Joeys Vantage for my reaction to Manchester United versus AFC Bournemouth in match week 16. And make sure, if you're new around here, make sure to follow, hit the like button, and interact in the comment section so you can stay up to date with all my new videos. And really, just so it helps me out, get my videos out there and, start the conversation. Let's get back into it. I think everyone knew how important this game was for Manchester United. Really, going into the holiday break, they had some poor, fixtures at home versus Everton, versus West Ham, where they really should have grabbed the 3 points, but then went away and got wins at, Palace. Obviously, Wolves were a horrible team that they knew they could get the 3 points. And for Bournemouth, look, they haven't won in 6 games and we're conceding one of the worst amount of goals in the league. And look, we didn't know how this game would really go. And Manchester United came out of the game strong. They had 17 total shots in the first half, and we always come back to that point of, where's the composure? Where's the synergy? They've got so many creators in that team, but they can't, finish their product. And look, the 2 goals did come from set pieces that were poorly defended, could have been managed a lot better by Bournemouth. And look, coming into the half, really, Bournemouth could have been ahead. And Bournemouth, on the other hand, had nowhere near as many total shots. They were more clinical. Their goals were a lot, cleaner. Semenyo just ran in perfectly, bottom corner. And then we headed into the second half, and Evan Nielsen, clinical, scores within a minute, and you thought they've given away the lead now twice. They've drawn the game up, and another 5 minutes goes past. Tavernier fouled just outside the box. Casemiro puts in a challenge. Now he's missing next week against Aston Villa. And you thought, another yellow card. Now he's going to be, restricted in terms of how physical he can be. And Tavernier slots it. Beautiful low ball free kick. And now they're in front 3-2. And now when the pressure is really on, Manchester United had to find a way to come back into this game because they knew how important their position on the table was. And it was Bruno Fernandes. What a free kick. When you're talking top bins, this was top of the top. This was such a perfect free kick. Really instilled a belief back into the side. It was such a big goal. And then a couple minutes later, on the wing, on the counter, it was their 3 men. Mbeumo, Sesko, and Cunha all on the charge, on the counter, and they delivered a goal, and the crowd went absolutely mental, and you thought Manchester United has come back, produced such a great finish, and then something else just happened. The young man, Krupi, for Bournemouth, scores the equaliser 4-4, and you thought Manchester United had won the game. You thought they had done everything to come back, and they've just, in 3 separate occasions, lost the lead. Now, look, you can blame the defense, the experience in the back line. You've got Havent, who has only started a couple of times. You've got Lenny Yoro, he's still young in the Premier League. And Shaw, he's obviously experienced, but altogether, there's clearly a lack of cohesion. And moving forward, look, when you got Bruno in that midfield who's constantly, tracking everywhere, leaving gaps, it's always going to be hard to really defend and be functional. And does this really give Bournemouth a sense of false hope? Scoring 4 goals, it's all well and good, but when you're going against a team that's not, that's inconsistent, you really don't know what to think. As always, leave your comments below, guys. What do you think of the game? And, what is this like for Manchester United heading forward into the break? And same with Bournemouth, they had been really horrible since a crazy good start at the start of this season. And obviously, as of late, they've been poor. As always, it's a pleasure to welcome you to Joeys Vantage.